Well, it's going to be turning colder over the next 24 hours. There's some snow in the forecast too for some of us, but certainly not for all of us. But plenty of snow today in Shetland. Blizzard-like conditions here with strong gusty winds, particularly towards the coast. Also true across northern Scotland and across the south coast of England. Again, some blustery winds, but here we'll be staying in that milder air until we get to the end of the night tonight. You can see that colder air just moving down from the north, displacing all of that yellow milder air further south. Bring in some more snowfall across the north of England, possibly into Scotland, but some strong gusty winds with it too, particularly towards these east coasts. Rain with milder air further south. So the milder air is moving further northwards as we head through the weekend. Temperatures rise, low pressure close by, so it will be staying unsettled and certainly not as spring-like.
Good afternoon. It is another rather grey, overcast and blustery day today. You can see the thicker cloud down in Croydon earlier. For this afternoon, we're going to hang on to the cloud. The wind is southwesterly gusting 40 to 45 miles per hour, but the temperature very mild for the beginning of February.
Right here, there's an Arctic blast on its way.
Well, we've got cold weather heading. Now, it's going to be chillier tomorrow. You'll probably notice it feeling a bit fresher in the morning. And then on Thursday, there's some snow coming to UK. It looks like at the moment we'll be all right here. Never say never. But yeah, so some parts of the UK further north are going to probably get a bit of snow, but here we're all right at the moment, but we are going to get rain. But yeah, in there, it was absolutely gorgeous. Are you an orchid murderer?
Sort of? I don't really know how to answer that.
Someone once gave me a tip, right? Once a week, put your tea, and if you have tea bag thingy-majigs, put that on your orchid as well, once a week. And it'll live forever. I mean, who knows? Here's the forecast. Hello there and a very good evening to you again. I hope you had a lovely day. Now, the first thing I thought when I saw this photo is, first of all, is it real? It's so good. And then I thought, poor bird and poor dog. He's probably thinking, can I have my ball bag? Anyway, we've got a wet evening to come tonight. Tomorrow, a bit brighter, still some cloud hanging on, and it's going to be a bit fresher as well. And then into Thursday, we've got rain to start the day, rain overnight again into Friday, and the wind's picking up a bit as well. So a bit unsettled in the forecast.
Do not be deceived by that beach he's showing you.
Yes, the weather is changing. Now, I'm going to set the scene first of all, because we had the last of the mild weather across southern parts of England today with some strong and gusty winds. Temperatures reached 13 degrees. Today we had the sunshine and lighter winds in much of Scotland, but temperatures were nearer 5 Celsius. Now, whilst we're looking at rain across much of Wales, southern England and the Midlands, as that wet weather moves northwards into that cold air, so we're going to find that rain turning to snow, particularly over the hills. Now, we still have a yellow snow warning from the Met Office. Different area this time. It's been moved away from the Midlands and extended into Northern Ireland. There'll be a covering of snow perhaps over some low-lying areas, but most of the significant snow will be falling over the hills, and that will work its way into southern parts of Scotland after dark. And
yes, it has been very mild. Good evening. And the mild weather, it's going to disappear just for 24 hours or so. But for today, it has been mild. Temperatures at 14 Celsius in some parts of London. But it has meant we've hung on to these grey skies. Very little in the way of brightness to offer today. We have had a bit of a breeze, as you can see here. We had gusts just shy of 40 miles per hour. So it has been a very blustery day.
Alex is here, of course. And I thought it was getting a bit spring-like. And then we're hearing there are snow warnings on the way.
I know the weather's been very up and down over the last 4 weeks or so, but we are heading into a colder period of weather. Arctic air starting to push its way southwards, so colder conditions already across much of the north. In fact, that is where we do have our warnings in place at the moment. Let's get a check on what we've got in place at the moment, and there is a snow and ice warning in place across northern parts of Scotland. Here we could see 1 to 2 centimetres of snow falling at lower levels, but maybe 5 to 8 up over higher ground. That is enough to cause some disruption as we wake up tomorrow morning, so it could be quite slippery, so do check before you travel. We've also got this rather large snow warning in place across southern parts, and that does incorporate areas from the Midlands northwards, also for Northern Ireland as well. And in this area, we're talking about maybe 2 to 3 centimetres at some lower levels. That will be mixed in with some rain, which will come a lot clearer in a second. But up over higher ground, maybe 15 to 25 centimetres, and that would be enough to cause some disruption. We're talking on ground above 400 metres. Well, let's try and put this all into perspective, and we'll start off by taking a look at our air mass chart. And you can see there's this battleground developing at the moment, and you can see the dividing line there. That is where we're expecting the rain, which is going to push up from the south, to bump into that cold air and begin to turn to snow. Well, as we head through the next few days, as I say, quite changeable conditions. Colder, certainly at night time. You'll feel that tonight, actually. And there'll also be some snow, as I say, up across the north with rain clearing from the south as well. So that's the way it is looking tonight. As I say, a number of warnings in place. As we head through the next few days, I suspect those warnings may be tweaked, perhaps increased. So we'll have to wait and see. But as I say, at the moment, snow is on the cards.